Hey, we're back today. Me and Mickey went and looked a few more things up. It was a bit of a mishmash, this one, because when we went somewhere else, I was going, oh, let's look at that. Oh, let's look at that.
Yeah.
So we ended up,
Lots of
balls. Yeah, we ended up going a bit all over the place. Now, this place here is called Windmill Hill, and it's not that far, maybe a mile or two from Avebury. And what is it? It's the same sort of thing again. It has this circle and one in the middle. It's just similar to Avebury, and it's just a mile down the road, and it's got these things on the ground which I thought were quite interesting. So we just put this video on now and we'll just carry on. But I was quite interested to see this picture because you don't find that many pictures of it. You can read if you want, but again, what are those marks on the floor and the circle? Very like Avebury. Yeah, all in the same area, all with these white horses around.
Oh, that's the thing.
These things, long barrows, white horses, stones. So here we are. We're now looking at Barbary Castle, which is only a mile or two away from Silbury Hill. Vicinity, yeah, and castle, but it's got rings like with. So does this place, and this place is called. Anyway, I found this place quite interesting, and we were going to leave, as I said, but then I'm not sure if it just took us down to ground level or I pressed again and it took us there. It might have been just now. We suddenly found ourselves on top of the castle. And then when we were up there, it kind of had the same walls as Avebury. So that was quite fascinating. Again, look at that, that's what Avebury looks like. With this sort of moat, which some people say is very deep, but obviously the moat is a bit bigger than this one. Well, Avebury one is a bit deeper than this, but it's just like that. That's what it looks like. These people with bare hands basically did all this, and that just seems impossible. But it's abandoned anyway. It's all been abandoned.
Strategic spot, highest on the point.
But we looked, and basically castles were for looking after the people, so this could have been a settlement. And I was going to say it's all to do with battles and all that, but it might not have been. Anyway, yes, we've got this bit here with this round circle here, and then this land here, and then over here is going to be, there it is, Barbary Castle's just there. And then we went on to Silbury Hill, because I love Silbury Hill. It's kind of one of my favourite places. Yeah, my favourite places, it just is. It's not very often that you can get that close to a pyramid, is it?
Yeah,
how many of you can walk? I mean, you can't go on it, but you can go on this bit. Me and Mickey walked across this bit here, which attached to it. But we can walk. You can go right up to the bottom of it. How many pyramids can you do that with? Okay, you could if you could get to Egypt, but you can't get to. Most of the time, you can't get to Egypt, or it costs a lot of money. We can go and walk to this pyramid. And to me, it feels great.
A long barrow there, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I don't know what that is, but that's the long barrow. So, yeah, elongated headed people, and this one round headed people. I'm not really a historian or anything like that, but I've just become quite interested in this history around me and not quite understanding it all, and probably never will, as we don't know everything. But because, obviously right in front of Silbury Hill is this long barrow here, the Kennet and Avon, and we found another one. We're at this one, but there's another one here as well. There it is. So we're going to have a look at that one as well. What's that one there then? Oh, Avebury, see? But anyway, Avebury doesn't. I don't know how old Avebury is, but this looks even older. So we're going to have a little look at Kennet and Avon, Long Barrow. That would be the elongated headed people. I think he should. He doesn't want to. Anyway. Oh, that's what the circle is. Because it doesn't show you that. It had no name on it, did it?
No.
West Kennet Bell Barrow. What the hell's a Bell Barrow? There's the... I mean, actually, from here, it looks like a big grave, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to have been. Me and Mickey watched the videos. They were saying that they would be burying all their people in there. But, I mean, how many people could they get in there? I don't know. And then across the road, Silbury Hill, there she is. We're back there, see everything's quite close to each other. But I was a bit shocked. No, so we
Said early, wasn't it?
we want to look a little bit at this one. You know, let's just see if we can go down. Oh, there we go. Shall we see if we can find it in pictures? It's got pictures here. Let's have a look. I think it will take me to some pictures. So there you go, look at that. And then it's got this sort of amazing entrance which is quite impressive. It almost looks like you needed mammoth. What is it, the lot with the big, what were they called? The elephants with the long hair?
Mammoths.
Needed mammoths with big tusks, and I could almost imagine it. Let's pull it out a bit, hang on. So anyway, it's got this, you know, and you know, these stones are quite big, and they kind of look like the Avebury stones, to be honest. Some of them aren't quite as big, but in here, I told Mickey, I've been in here, and the slabs above your head, they're enormous. Like, how did they do it? Yeah, let's have a look down. Oh, let's look at this one. Yeah, you know, like it's like, you know, when we had Fred and, what is it? With Bam Bam. What's that?
All the Flintstones.
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. The Flintstones. You know, if there was a Flintstone time, this like it was it. And the really sad thing is, see, obviously you can't go up there now, and it's collapsed quite a lot. And they've even put a fake skylight in there, and that's been bashed in. It's like such. Oh, here's a good one. Such a shame. Look at that. So that is the Long Barrow. So I don't know whether that's just there, but they've put a skylight in here somewhere. But it's all falling in along here. It's not small.
No.
I can't imagine how many people you would have got in there. So what do you reckon that would have been?
Size. Massive.
So say it's not what they say it is. What do you reckon that could be? It's got the stones in there. Has to be old. But what do you reckon it could be? Do you reckon this is? Oh, I mean, like, you know, there's only these stones here. Someone could have put those on there, couldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
But do you reckon it's what they say it is, a burial chamber?
The thing, you know, it's like so many burial chambers where you, like we have crypts nowadays in churches, don't we? You know, all squared off, and all squared rooms in there. With certain families, you know.
Do you think it's quite crazy that it's built so close to Silbury Hill as well? Like, so, you know, like, you know, other people would have said this is the elongated people and this is the round-headed people. Anything this like this is elongated. Anything like that is round-headed people.
Yeah.
But do you think?
It's like Africa,
Do you
like,
think these people built the same? Do you think this was the same people? Do you think it's
Yeah,
good?
yeah, definitely.
And don't forget, then Avebury's just up here.
All the chambers, no change in that. Yeah. Literally, like as you see that picture there, it's like literally going downwards towards.
Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to do? West
Oh, right, that's the
West Kennet, Long Avon, Long Barrow rather.
Mm.
So that's what it was like.
Sticks and ropes.
But it was supposed to be a burial place, so why would all those people be there doing that?
How do you use sticks and ropes to do? Like
Whoops.
stones, really like heavy.
Can't get the cursor to move. Oh, at the end, I know. I've done that one. It's going down the pitch. Oh, stop it. Oh. We've gone back to that one. Here's another one on top of it to show you how much it's sort of sunk.
Yeah. Could have been deliberate.
I mean, you can walk across it, but it's a bit hobbledy-pobbledy because it's sunken. It's sad because it's a monument that's... Oh my goodness, what is going on? It's a monument that's ruined now. You know, but they do let us to this monument, but oh, well, that's a plaque. Oh my gosh, now it's going too fast. Look at that one. I mean, that makes it look more like a mountain, doesn't it? But I mean, I don't know, you've got these here which make it now look Flintstones.
Yeah.
And then when you see that, you think, well, there's advanced, but this makes it look like they're probably very advanced for stones and like prehistoric, Fred Flintstone time, because of these stones here. But then this looks quite advanced. How did they do that? I know they've got those stones there. I've asked people this question. No one's got any answers for me. They just always want to give this timeline of something else. So it's always got to be 4,500 years old. I think that's enough pictures, really. I mean, it looks quite weird there, doesn't it? Imagine it's not supposed to be broken here. It's supposed to be flat all across and look more like a, whatever it is, a tomb or something.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, that's that place. This is the sanctuary.
I don't want to think about that bitch.
I think this was okay. I think that
She is.
Anyway, I think this was wooden. So this is just a little wooden one. It's called the sanctuary, and and then there's Silbury Hill, and then Avebury's just up there a bit. But
they fucked with this. Look, watch this, Karen. Look, watch
Yeah.
my finger. Look, watch.
Yeah, Mickey. I'll just show you what Mickey's looking at.
They've just literally Google's done.
Show
something
again,
here.
but show here.
Straight line. See where? Right down, straight across. They're doing it again.
Yeah, they're always doing something, aren't they?
You know, what the spot would be like as well.
We're going to this place. I only noticed it. Look, got trees growing out of it as well. I just wonder how long ago this really was. Here it is.
Well, it's like when I see the trees. How old are the trees?
We've got trees growing out of it. Oh right, so we can't really see it.
Take the trees.
We're not going to see it this way, Mickey. Because there it is. There it's exposing in all these trees.
Could those trees be planted there deliberately?
One second. I know what we're going to do. Yes, there it is there. But these trees are quite big on top, aren't they? Let's just go. There's not many photographs. It's got quite big trees growing on top of it. These are actually the photographs. So
8 years old.
yeah, that's all they're showing. But well, these are much older than that. They're 20. Oh, they look older than that.
Yeah, Wardian time. Sweet.
Look at this one.
That's what they do, don't they?
But do you know what? We are now there. I'll just show you up here. It says East Kennet Long Barrow. But, people walking past that, would they ever know that that's what that is? Do you see how much is just hidden right in our eyes? Well, wouldn't you rather know? Like, I'd rather even know if it's a burial chamber and people are in there. So look at this one. I suppose that's the ridge, because it is a ridge. It's not the biggest ever in the world ridge, but oh my goodness, it won't stop doing that. Come on. I get down here and then it messes around again. Oh, 1 second. I now realise how we can control, which is great. But that's the Long Barrow. Wow, so there's 2 there. So what does this mean? No one would ever notice it's a Long Barrow. It's got trees growing out of it. And when obviously our Melted Reality talks, everything he's watching has mostly got trees and things growing out of it. What if it's something else? Is there some infrastructure under here or something?
Trees have to take root. Unless roots are like sitting on top.
But there's somewhere in there it's a bit hollow, isn't it?
Spreading out.
And why would they want, why would they want such big burial chambers? As Find a better picture. Oh, it's not like that one. We'll say that one. Why would you want such a big burial chamber for one person? I've been to one where there was just a queen in there, but not here. But I never knew that one existed. But anyway, I enjoyed that. So on to the next bit. Yeah. Sorry, Mickey.
I'd say it would be for many people, not just for one queen.
Well, yes, because in the other long barrow, they were burying lots of people in it. But the one I went to see with someone else, they were there was just one queen in there, so they said. But anyway, we're moving on now. Yeah, we're moving on now. So, in the next to the long barrow here, there was this thing called a bell barrow. We saw it. I've never taken much notice of that either, but we wanted to look up what a bell barrow was, so you can read that for yourselves. It's getting more complicated now, but they could also, so there's barrows in a graveyard, so they were called more, where is it, tumulus or something. So those ones seem to be more like burial chambers, but there are other barrows, always underground again. Even these people were burying it under the ground. Yeah, oh Mickey, you have to, they get my voice, but they never hear you. Like, Mickey's got to bring the microphone closer, because you're too faint. Yeah, anyway, so we were looking at that, and you see it's all linked, and oh my gosh, there's so much if you want to, and it's leading off somewhere else, but yeah, too much about barrows now. But we're just adding that, you know, because obviously there's a burial mound. Some of them are burial mounds, so they say, because we don't know what they are. I'm surprised they didn't dig them up and take all the bodies out like they like to do, and then parade us with all these bones and everything. Or is this elongated? They won't do it because it's elongated headed people. But anyway, in this word, it's got that word, so this is what it says. We're just going to go there. So 1 secondo.
Campanulate. Campanulate.
What are we talking about? Residents and stuff. With the bell and the flower. Because when we were actually recording this little video, Mickey went wild with information, so you've got to try and remember it. So, residents, flowers,
I know.
frequency.
The vibration.
What, flower of life kind of thing?
Well, it's like, when you look at that,
Here you go.
for me it's more like dropping a pin where the frequency goes outwards.
Is that why we see Silbury Hill so big from the car park? Because it's still doing this frequency thing there. I know Silbury Hill's a bit different to this thing, but it's obviously all working together.
Yeah. It's, but we need people in control of them.
So some of these are burial chambers and some of these are other barrows. But it's called a bell barrow. I just find that quite crazy. And then we found this, and I said, oh look Mickey, it's Avebury. So I think we go and look at that one in a moment. Oh yes, and these are more of the same thing. So these ones might be more burial, the barrows for burial, I don't know, there's more of them. Look at them, there's more of them. There you go. That is Avebury. Can't believe it. So all this stuff about it having 2 circles is ridiculous, because there it is. So what does that mean, Mickey? Look, it's the same thing. There you go, there's the cross with it. Just like the picture. That says Bronze Age Round Barrow. And that one's in Crete, I can't say it, Monmouthshire, and that's South Wales. But this one's here. Wow. Anyway, we found these. It's looking like we're living in some amazing place with long barrows and other barrows and pyramids and look at that. Yeah, and then you've got this one, and then you've got the things in the ground next to the Winterbourne Stoke Barrow. I mean, what is it? They can fit. So you come across one of these, and they say, That's that kind of barrow, and it's not. It's another kind of barrow. I don't know, but that one's near Stonehenge, and then we found that one. But I enjoyed that. I think we've dug up something about. But this does look quite methallific, some of the stones. But at the entrance of this place, because we're going to go and have a look at it, they're the same stones as at Avebury, so it's all a bit bananas, really. So we just thought we'd have a look because we were looking around on Google Maps, weren't we? So I think we're going back to show that Barbary Castle is one of them. There is the double ring. You can see the double ring.
Another place I've never been to before.
And Avebury.
Another place.
Methallific place because of all the stones. It's not quite round. When you look at it, it's kind of squarish round. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it looked like. So yeah, but just because it's a fort, isn't it? That's what I reckon.
I don't know how it's still dark. Look at that little church there.
I wonder what, like the first person, you're going to have to live in the circle. What do you think down there? They never realised there was a circle.
Middle of nowhere.
So anyway, there you go. There's Avebury. And then this was Windmill Hill at the very beginning. We showed you this. This place is a circle, just like Avebury. So it's obviously another one. And you know, people have said that there was another pyramid there. There was another stone circle, even bigger. Maybe this is the even bigger one. This is the bit that's left.
More anomalies on the side there, on the right hand side. I wonder if they ever looked at this height and excavated those, what we see. His name, didn't
Right, we're back on now. Yeah, I was just a bit shocked, and it's really annoying because Google Earth have put different colours. There's a different colour here, and there's a different colour here, so they've sort of kind of ruined it a bit in the first place. But it seems that there's a big circle there, same sort of thing as at Avebury again, and Barbary Castle. So obviously building a lot of these places then. But I called it Strawberry Hill. It's not, it's Windmill Hill. I'm just trying to remember, it's Windmill Hill. But this place is quite fascinating because of these arkings on the floor. And then we found this one. This is Oldbridge Castle, and it's got, what do you call that? An obelisk. Small one, but is this the one by Marlborough, outside Marlborough? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I was so shocked. Look at it. Is that a star fort, or is that just one of those forts again? Same as Avebury and Barbary and...
Reminds me of Oldbridge Castle sort of shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's mounds of things that had. There must be some tunnels under there, because some ground upside these holes sunk in.
This is on Coombe Hill. I don't know if everyone remembers. Me and Mickey went to Coombe Hill a few weeks ago and realised we were standing in the clouds. And I reckon this is a mountain. It's the tallest point in England. But at one end is that obelisk, and it's about the Boar War. So I think we go back to that. Anyway, that's the oh look, was it that place we were looking at? Oh, that's old. That's another one. That's another one we found. Whereas the other one was ink pen. Yeah, so it gets a bit confusing because we went to so many different places yesterday. Yeah, another one. With a kind of circle around it there. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a circle there. So yeah, it would have been another circle. No, I don't think that's... Oh, excuse me yawning, everybody. I couldn't help that one. It doesn't look that far away. Oh yeah, it's just I've got to turn the map around because Mickey likes doing 360 and I don't, because when we go back, the map is always upside down. Anyway, back to near Avebury. We were just looking around. Oh, it's not up, that's down, Mickey. It wasn't up, it was down.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So there's Oldbridge Castle. It's all Swindon up there. So these are not that far away from Avebury, but there you go. Oh, so what did we have? We had... Yeah, there you go. I'm just looking around now because Mickey likes looking around on the thing, but we've got the... Oh, that monument was for here. And then you've got Oldbridge Castle up there, and then you've got the White Horse.
think that the mounds where it looks like the back of like a horse. Remember you were saying that? All this bit.
Oh yes. Oh, I've just started yawning over it. I'm really sorry. It looks like an animal there in the ground, which is what Niven found. He called it an elephant, and I wondered whether it was a white horse because of the white horses. And then I think we're going to swivel it around because me and Mickey saw like, well, I don't know what you call it.
Well, it's a camel, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be a camel. Look, there's its back and a hump, and it comes round. And then, what's this? Where's its other leg? What's this? Its leg here? I don't know. I don't know what that quite all is, but it looks like something there after all. There's only bits and bobs on the land. That's its head. Was it a snake? Did the snake come for it? Chopped its head off? It looks a bit more like an emu as well, or maybe, or something. Oh, I don't know, but it looks like some kind of animal there.
And then you've got another piece just above it here, raised up.
No, but they just could be...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It could be anything, couldn't they?
It's an anomaly.
So a couple of more places. That's where we went. That's where the obelisk is. But I think we look a little bit deeper into it in a minute. There's Windmill Hill at Avebury. Because on here they don't look that far apart, but they are a little way apart from each other. Although the back end of Inkpen Hill comes out closer to Marlborough than... Yeah, because there's only so many roads. But there's a back way. Anyway, I'm sure we're moving on in a moment. We're just looking round. Me and Mickey were trying to look for star forts and other things, but there you go. This is Avebury. The journey here though is horses, stones, pyramids, long barrows, stones. The only place we didn't look up, because there's Windmill Hill, there's Avebury. We went here. There's Barbary Castle up there. I wanted to look at, because obviously that's the Kennet and Avon Barrow. I wanted to look here at the Devil's Den, but we didn't. We didn't look at that one. That's the only one we haven't looked at to see what Devil's Den was. Because these are all around Avebury. But I did want to take us to another obelisk. This one's the Boar War Memorial at Coombe Hill. The other one that we just saw was at Marlborough. You have to go through Marlborough to get to Silbury Hill. And then this one is a Boar War Memorial. And it's just, I find it quite offending, to be honest. I just do, with black flags on it. And you look at it and you think, ugh. This is the back end. The other side has the flag and that. It's on the statue. But I found, looking at these pictures, I found a few interesting pictures. And it said, the next picture, I think that one, I'd love to take that myself, but I don't know if I'd want to be up there at that time of night. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Yeah, there's a few more pictures. It's quite a beautiful obelisk. There it is, jotting out on the edge of the hill. I know, what there? Yeah, it's got these black flags and also a laurel in it, a laurel wreath, which is here, and that would mean the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah. It's 1899 to 1902. I don't know what, anyway, yeah. A beautiful view. Look at that. With the moo cows, look at that view, isn't that beautiful? God, I like that view. What a beautiful view. Yeah, I just find it a very weird place. Obviously they've got the names of the people that died in the war, but it's a very strange place to go and put an obelisk up, isn't it? at the end of the hill. I suppose the other one at Marlborough is the same though. It just sticks out and then you drive past it and go, "Cool, look at that over there." That's what happens when, that one. Look at that, black flags. I don't know if I like that one very much. It's all to do with the Holy Roman Empire and...
Let me see what's engraved on the black flags.
I don't know, I think they're just black.
I
just love the view. Because obviously, this hill is the highest point in England. Just round the corner a little bit. I think we're on Google Maps now, aren't we, moving around?
I wonder what image that.
You can land here.
Yeah.
Land here.
The Boar War.
I was hoping to zoom in on that. Because you reckon there'll be other names and castles and things
No,
on there?
just be the points of where when you look out, it'll show you like the town of this bit. See the lines there?
No, they can't see that, Mickey. We're talking about here.
See the writing on it, it'll tell you what direction you're looking at.
I couldn't read that, I'm afraid.
I'll blame the cameraman.
It wouldn't zoom in anymore.
Yeah,
He wouldn't zoom in anymore, Mickey. And anyway, you were there. I'm gonna pinch his bottom in a minute. Yes, that's the War Memorial. That's Inkpen, and then we went back and looked a little bit at the Hangman. We've kind of gone over these things. I mean, England looks so green.
But what I'd like to know is why there's no stone walls.
What, here you mean, in Berkshire?
Yeah, everywhere, even in Silbury. It's all like fencing, not stone wall. Go further north.
All hedges here. Just hedges.
Yeah. Go further up. Sort of
What, your stone walls, are you?
No. So I'm going north and all up there.
There's the Giblet. Now that is the tallest point of England. Right. And then when you get to Swindon, which I'll show you a picture to show you how far up. I think I'm going to add that afterwards, Mickey, because I had the pictures on there.
That's where they hang the people, isn't it?
Yeah, they hung. So basically, they hung women on there. They paraglide off of here. So you get, and honestly, it's perfect for them, and they love it. So that's how high up it is.
How flat it is, as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Far as the eye can see.
I was just looking at some of the pictures there because there are certain days, maybe lockdown's finished now, they'll be up there all paragliding off that thing.
I want to go.
Oh yes, in front, there they are. That's them there, probably. But anyway, that's the tallest point of England.
It's a sad place.
The last person they hung there was a woman. Her and the man. He was married to someone else and supposedly they helped kill his wife and then the woman got hung up there. But anyway, this is back to Marlborough with those white horses. That picture was just in there, so I put that one on. But that's Marlborough. There's a white horse. And there are loads of white horses around Marlborough. Yeah, there's a few here and there's one at Reading, but really they're just in one area. I don't know anybody else who's got Floss. I don't know anybody else who's got white horses. Look at that lovely sunset. Oh, I wish I pressed that, Mickey. Look at that one there with the sunset. That would have been a good one. Floss is getting jealous now. Mickey's picked her up. But anyway, yeah, that's the Hangman's Noose. There it is up there, the tallest point. And the video's finishing, but I enjoyed that to show that there's loads of these forts. There's even one on here, but it wasn't that easy to show because it was either side of the hill. Up this one here, it was up on the top and going down the side. But yeah, the views. And this is one of my favourite places as well because when you go up it, it's so quick and it's like being in an aeroplane, isn't it? Because suddenly you're not quite at aeroplane height, but you're not far. Because look,
It does feel like it. Feels like you're taking up on that road.
there.
Leaning back.
Yeah. Anyway, we've chosen a few places today. There you are. That's the hill fort. It's a little bit different, but I reckon. What do you reckon? That might have the same thing around it. There, look. I didn't see that.
You said that. You called that.
Yeah, but that's a fort over Inkpen, and of course there's the Giblet where we were just with the Hangman's Noose up here, and then that's the tallest point of England. But then over here is Wiltshire, here is Berkshire, that is Hampshire, and yeah, that's right. And then over here you used to be able to see the Didcot Towers, which you can't see anymore, and that was in Oxfordshire. So anyway, this is all going down a hill, so I don't really quite know what these are, because we've been up there. But I enjoyed that. We went to a few different places. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you better have done. Smash your face in if you didn't. Anyway, we've just looked at a few of these forts and things around Avebury, and I think that Avebury's a fort. I don't know why they just can't admit that with the stones on it. I don't know what the stones are about. So the fort. But anyway, really enjoyed that, Mickey. Thank you. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you.
I wanted to come and explain something. I said in the video that we would go and look at it, and this is kind of it. Basically, I live, well, it says North Wessex, but I live on the Wessex Downs, and I just don't think anybody understands or realises or notices that what's happening. So let's move on. I put in Wessex Downs and it keeps coming up as North Wessex Downs, and so obviously there is a section which is these Wessex Downs, and on this is Inkpen Hill. So basically I'm just going to show you this. I just don't know quite how to explain it to people. Obviously, yeah, that thing comes on, we'll just move it like this, but yeah, let's have a look back. Where are we? There. So basically, this is Inkpen, and Inkpen is the tallest point of England, just around the corner with the Hangman Noose. I just showed you all that. At the other end is the end of the hill, and it's looking down here. Okay, and when you drive across here to Swindon, you get another hill, and it's got a peak on it, so it must be a mountain. And this one is called Blunston Hill, and it goes down again. So what did you say about getting here, Mickey? Oh.
What did I say?
Oh, sorry, it's your phone I dropped on the floor then. When you drive on the train, you say you come up here.
Yeah, every time I'm coming up, it feels like I'm gradually going upwards.
Yeah, anybody that knows this area, if you go to Southampton, which is on the coast, there are crawler lanes on there because you're slowly going down or up a hill to get up here. But nobody notices it because there's maybe a few bends and a few straight bits and it goes up again. But there are these crawler lanes. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say to you is that Bristol, Somerset, Devon, Cornwall, Birmingham, Liverpool live down, as far as I know, because I've never been to these places, but they all live down here. Cirencester definitely does. They all live down here. So basically, you're coming from Cirencester, you would go up this hill to Swindon, and then Swindon is on the same level as this. But when you come across Berkshire, and you come to Inkpen Hill, when you come up here, and then with the noose, let's get a picture of that one, because we have done that one, haven't we? So we move a little bit along, like from Memorial to here, and this, I'm sorry I can't, that's my video recorder and it won't go off, but this then is the Hangman Noose, and that is the tallest point in England, and this hill is the biggest chalk hill in England. And what is chalk? Crushed shell. So crushed shell is now the biggest hill in England. So if you understand, this from here to here is a mountain. Because this has a peak on it. This has got a peak, they tell you how tall it is. So this is on top of this. I just don't know how to draw it because there's just no drawings. They just don't, Google Maps doesn't do it, no photographs. But isn't that amazing that we're up here and it isn't mountainy up here, is it, Mickey? It's all flat.
Yeah.
When you're up here, it's flat. So what's that then? That must be that this is another plateau to this one. And that is what we're living on. Right, I don't know anymore, but that's what we're living on. And you have something like this to this in the Grand Canyon. Because this does just drop down like that. Like Swindon's on this plateau here, and then it just, there's this big, you go down this hill. I never noticed it when I was living there because I used to live near Cirencester. So this is the whatever it is, 419, whatever it is. I used to live along this road a bit further many moons ago, and I didn't realise it. But I did realise that, say I wanted to go to Swindon, it could be really foggy and really, really foggy down here. But it wasn't at Swindon because they're up the top of the hill. So it wouldn't be foggy up here. But they just haven't explained to everybody that we are living on top of hills. And these hills are quite big. If this is the tallest point in England, we just live a couple of miles from it. Well, about 6 miles from it. But we live over here. And it's quite flat. I just find it crazy because I just don't know how to explain it. 1 second, we'll find another picture. Because I think you can see it is steep because of the cars, how the cars are going. It's a bit hard for you to think that this is really steep, but Mickey was just looking at it and he says it goes down, down, down. Okay, it goes around there, but it's still going down, 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 and it's down there. So this is quite low to here. See? You can see it is, can't you?
Just the road's always going in between those.
Nobody talks about any of this, right? So, from down there you come up, 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 and then if you came here you'd go up, up, up onto this hill. And this hill must be a mountain, really. So, you know how they talk about the Himalayas, and then Everest sits on the top of the Himalayas? We've got Blunston Hill, and then the Wessex Downs, and Inkpen sits on top of the Wessex Downs. It's a mountain. And I hope everybody understands, because here you can see it's quite flat. But it's definitely flat down there as well, except for the hill. So you come up this hill, then there's this plateau here, and these are the Wessex Downs, and they're quite flat. And then it doesn't feel like you're on top of hills here once you're here, does it?
No.
It's really flat. But anyway, so here you go up, and then you go up here to get to this plateau, and then if you want to go up on Inkpen, you come up the little windy track to here. I hope. Do you think I've explained it well enough? Anyway, that's the added bit. It just annoys me because this is a different plateau to this one. And then if this was bigger, this would be another plateau, but it's just a hill. But it's still the tall. I know I've said it a million times. I hope people get the real gist of it. Thank you. We've come back to look because there is Silbury Hill, there is Avebury, we've done other places, and oh look, the Valley of Stones. Well, see, there is, the stones came down, aren't very far away, a lot of the stones, so we're going to have a look here, and then it says Long Tom Standing Stone. Right, well, we're going to look at this one, so we're going to zoom down into this one. Let's just put my recorder across now because we're zooming in. So we're going down. So we obviously drive past this, but there's a stone here. It's called the Devil's Den. It's a bit funny. It's called the Devil's Den when it's actually just a stone. Alright, wait, let me go. Should we just see if the little man... Let's just see if the little man... Come on, little man. Got him. Is he going to do it?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Ew. Except we want to see the stone, as long as we're not on the stone. So it's out in the country. Where's the stone?
Probably on top of it.
Oh,
How cold you are!
oh. So that's the Devil's Den. Let's just see if it zooms out one.
It's got holes in it.
Let's just put it in the middle and go round, because I can go round. So basically, that's it. Okay, so we've done that one. So back here, we've done that one. They put us standing on the stone. And there's a picture of it there. Right, now we're going to this place, which I'm not sure what this is about, but I think this might be where the stones are, but we'll have a look. Oh, here we go. So let's see. The little man. Come on, little man. Come on, little man. I want to go there. Huh? No, I don't think he liked that very much. What's here then? Oh yeah, it looks like a real valley of stones. This might have been where the Avebury stones came to say. Wait till it catches up. There's not really many stones there, is there? Valley of stones.
Oh right, so it looks like we're flat, aren't we? I suppose this is the stones here that we're looking at.
Oh yes, I suppose. I was expecting to see big stones, and then I realised, yeah, well done, Mickey. Yeah. But they're not very big, are they? No, these aren't very big.
Press on the green and see we get pictures. Ah, yeah.
There's two.
Wow.
The next one's the best one. Oh, let's go back. Oh. Let's go back. Let's go forward now. That's probably... Oh. Took my thing off of it. Let's go back. That's probably the best one. Wow. They're not that big though, but that's good to see that. But, yeah, and actually, they go all the way off over here as well, and even out of picture. Like the way...
Almost a walking procession.
Yeah, all the way here, look. All the way up here. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Well, they start here as well. So they say the valley. So what's this bit here? Oh, that's weird. It's got like a square on it. Looks like a hill. Oh, that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Those trees, the way that they're. I don't know. What's that? What's this? I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, so the toadstone, look. That was the other one, wasn't it? The toadstone. We wanted to go there. That's the toadstone. Do you think we need to actually go down there and have a look at that? Or we might see the stones. Let's go down. It's got a castle thing on, I suppose. Right, okay, let's put that up there. Flyfield. Just see if the little man goes there first. Well, they didn't like that. This is the other place. Because it was the valley of, wasn't it? So that's as far as it goes. So I don't know if we want to catch up. Right, it's probably that stone there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big, isn't it? Casting shadow.
Yeah. Okay, well that was the extra bit that we thought, so there's a few more things, because when you actually... Do you think some of the, like that, do you think there's a big cloud going over the top or something when they were filming?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
So, we've just been here, right? So let's go out one more. But the really strange thing is that... Let's go in one. We've got... Where is it? I can't see it now. Where are you? Come on. West, that's it. So that is Silbury Hill. That is Avebury. We've just been over here. Oh, there was the toadstone, but was that the one we just did? No, that place there. Then we did Barbary Castle. There was a castle down here. We went to Windmill Hill. And then we went to another castle up there. Let's zoom out. Floss, stop it! Okay, and then, as you can see, they have it on this map, North Wessex Downs. There you go. Anyway, there's Newbury, so somewhere in here is Inkerpen Hill, tallest point of England. And then, oh, where is it? Where's Swindon? Up here somewhere. I think there's Swindon. That's where it goes down. So that's where it goes down. Then you come up onto this plateau, which is the Wessex Downs, and that's where I live there. But in here, it's the tallest point of England, so let's go out. I don't think it's going to show it. There you go. I suppose it kind of looks a bit like a mountain, doesn't it? You can see it, can't you? Like, but how much? So this is what I'm saying is. So we were just there. So where's Swindon gone? Yeah, I've lost Swindon. Wherever Swindon is, there it is. So you go down the hill, down there, and that means all this, all Devon, all that is down there. But you come up the hill to Swindon, and then this is another plateau, and then yeah, somewhere in there is Inkpenny, and that's the tallest point. Does look quite hilly, doesn't it, all this? But this is a different plateau to this. And I've asked before, I said to people, when you're going up north to Scotland, where we know they have mountains, I've said, does it feel like you're driving up or down? And they said, until you get to this bit here, which is mountains, they feel like they're driving down. So that's crazy, isn't it? But anyway, that's where we were. I think we have finished now, haven't we? Because we've added this bit on as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.